Year two just started, had the pro day today. How'd it go for you?
Today was really fun. I feel like it went well for me. I got to showcase a lot of the stuff I've been working on for the past year and a half. I've been at OTE, so that was fun to show them.
How did today compare with a year ago, the first pro day?
First pro day, it was a lot more nerve-wracking, you know, but this year I was a lot more calm, you know. I was trusting the work I put in. Jump shot looked a lot better than last pro day, and I'm just hoping like people see the development over the time.
What's it like going from, you know, being one of the young guys to, you know, now one of the vets?
It's you know, it's a cool experience. You know, I'm learning how to be a leader. Last year I came out, I was kind of quiet, and over the season I learned how to get my voice heard a lot more, and then like this year I just feel like one of the biggest leaders in the whole program. So it's been great getting to work with the younger kids, you know, help them, because I see a lot of what I was when I was young in them. So yeah.
Looks like your shooting mechanics, it's like night and day compared to where you started. Can you kind of walk me through, you know, that process of, you know, kind of tweaking your shot, and you know, where do you think you're at right now with your consistency as a shooter?
So, can you say that again? My bad.
Like the process of like tweaking your shooting mechanics, as it doesn't look like, you know, you're shooting exactly the same as you were a year ago, and so what's behind that process? You know, what does that look like for you, like tweaking your shooting mechanics? Like
specifics or like the work ethic of it?
I think the specifics.
Okay,
you know?
Specifics, you know, getting my hand on the right spot of the ball, you know, there's a lot that went into it. It's a whole different shot. The rotation was first, getting a rotation. I throw it against the backboard for a long time. Then getting my balance a little bit better. Then my upper body, making it a continuous motion of my shot. And it was just a lot of hours, like 2 to 3 times a day, every day, you know. I was really committed to getting my shot better. I'm still really committed. I feel like I have a lot of potential as a shooter.
It seems sometimes when you're not like catching the ball, I guess, the right way in rhythm, you know, you still kind of see like your feet splayed apart, or you're kicking your leg out a little bit. Is that, you know, what's it going to take for you to kind of, you know, still find that consistency, you know, to shoot the ball technically the way that you want to shoot it?
It's just work all the time. You know, when I'm working on, I'm working on my balance, I'm working on my feet. Sometimes it's not gonna be right every time, just because it's like, it's uncomfortable for me right now. I'm getting used to it, but knowing how much I'm in the gym, I know I'm gonna get it right. I know I'm gonna be good.
I think, you know, I was sitting with some of the NBA guys today, and I think one of the things they said is like, even though the shot's not falling all the time, they do like that. Like you're not running away from shots. You know, like you're taking the ones that are presented to you. You know, is that like a conscious thing for you? Because like in this setting, you could probably get to the rim almost whenever you want. Are you, you know, is that part of the process for you? Yeah,
in the league, I'm not going to be able to get to the rim. Well, maybe one day I am, but as of right now, I'm not going to be able to get to the rim whenever I want. So I got to have something else, you know. And I'm always going to be confident in my shot. I know how much work I put in, so if I'm open, I'm going to shoot it every time. I don't care if I'm 0 for 10, unless we're at the beginning of the shot clock. Then, you know, I might pass it around. But then if I get it again, I'm going to shoot it.
It seems like so far this season, your productivity is, you know, much higher than it was last year. You know, what do you attribute that to? Is that, you know, just your role on the team? Is it your confidence? Is it, you know, the things that you've worked on? You know, what do you attribute? Because it feels like you're in the midst of like a pretty big jump here.
Yeah, it's my role on the team, my confidence, what I've worked on. It's all of that. You know, I'm just trusting the work I'm putting in and trying to display what I've been working on in the actual game, while also trying to win the game and just getting the stuff I know I can get to.
What do you need to do to keep that up for the rest of the season?
Just work hard every day. You know, I feel like the draft process starts now, like the training. So I train like to draft day tomorrow every day. So I think just working, and then it's going to build confidence for me in the game, and I'm going to do the same thing in the game.
with NBA guys, like executives, like a lot of it is like this process is about like comparisons. Like, okay, who is he in the league? And just sitting with them, hearing them talk, like they don't have like a perfect comparison for you. Like, are there some guys that you look at and you say like, maybe I could play that kind of role, or try to learn from that guy, maybe play, pattern your game after? Are there any guys in the NBA that you kind of view as potential comps for you, or players that like you look up to and maybe try to emulate?
I don't know about comps for real, but I know players I like to watch, like Shai Gilly, John Morant, De'Aaron Fox, LeBron. Those are like the players I like to watch a lot.
Defensively, like, has that always been your calling card, like just being a lockdown guy on the ball?
Yeah, ever since I was young, my dad, we were always smaller, and playing up, so we always had to guard. So we had to go hard, so that's always been like one of my things. I've always taken pride in defense. It's really fun to me.
It seems like, just talking to like Coach Ollie and Wilkins, like they're not entirely satisfied yet with where you are defensively. Like, what are some of the things that they harp on with you every day? Off-ball
defense every play, just playing hard every play. Sometimes you take a play off, but I got to get next year. I can't take any plays off. I got to be a great off-ball defender, as good as I am as an on-ball defender. So that's really what we work on, and I don't let them. I make sure they let me know, like, if I'm messing up.
Right. How important is it for you to get drafted really high this June?
This June, everybody wants to be drafted really high. That's been my goal ever since I was young. But to be honest, I want to be one of the greatest ever, and that doesn't really determine based off where you're drafted. I want the second, the third, the fourth contract, and I just want to be able to lead a team or help lead a team to championships. So I got to end a goal after the draft too.
Do you see yourself as a guy that can step in right away and make an impact? And like, if so, like, what are some of the things that you see yourself doing early on?
Yeah, I can see myself as a guy that steps in and make an impact. If it's off the ball, if it's on the ball, defensively, just bringing energy, a young talent onto the court where there's a couple like old players. So just bringing energy onto the court.
Some of the NBA guys were asking me today, they said, like, well, why did he end up at OTE? Like, and I didn't really, like, what was that process like for you in making this decision, and how has it worked out for you so far?
OTE, the process was like become a pro faster, build pro habits, work out like a pro, get in the gym all the time. I've never had access to a gym like this ever. So that was part of the process, and it's been working out for me. I'm on draft boards, mock drafts. Job's not finished yet, but it's been a great experience so far.
Cool. Great stuff, man. Thanks so much.